done, man.
Winning!
Hey guys, welcome back to Clayton's Garage. So, as you saw in my 12-hour live, I built this bike in 10 and a half hours. I still struggled a bit with the headlights and stuff like that. Had a broken headlight that I had to then swap out with a different one, but that's for another video. But the shortened version of that one is coming out soon. We'll go through the whole bike, what we did, and what still needs to be done and all of that. But today's video is a thank you video. If it wasn't for a good friend of mine, I would not be able to actually build this bike. A lot of the parts that allowed me to not just buy the bike, but to actually get it riding so that I could bring it home was supplied by this friend. And not just that, he helped me, and I'll actually go through what he's had to sacrifice and give up for me to be able to have this bike.
Hi guys, so this is my buddy Orlando. Say hi Orlando.
How's it?
You nervous with the camera?
Nah, man.
He's the reason why I could buy the 07. And the reason for that is because of this little beast standing here, or a beast that once was.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a beautiful bike back in its day. And this bike's motor blue, and she's been standing now for how long? 3 years?
3 years, yeah.
3 years. So she's been standing for 3 years, and I had to ask Orlando the question, are you going to fix the bike, or can I buy the bike from you as a donor bike towards fixing the 07? Now, if he had to say no, he's still going to fix the bike, I would never have been able to buy the 07. Because parts are expensive and they're scarce, and this bike is what, 20 years old, so to find good parts in decent condition would have been quite a mission. And yeah, so my man here sorted me out. They gave me a donor bike, and we were then able to go out and buy the 07. So thank you very much, my man.
No problem, man.
So this is his bike, a 2004 CBR1000 that's been left for dead. So yeah, before I could decide what I'm going to do with my bike, I had to phone him and ask him, but what is your plans? Are you planning to repair it or not? And unfortunately for him, it's been 3 years since his motor went, and he had to now also make a call as to, is he going to take it further or not? So the history behind this bike is that he had a noise. He went to a mechanic, told the mechanic to check out the bike, and the mechanic just couldn't find the noise. Then he serviced it, did what needed to be done, bike came back, bike was in a decent condition, and he was out riding. And then the bike died on him. He took it back to the mechanic, and turns out the plastic guide on the camshaft tensioner had deteriorated. I mean, the bike is almost 20, oh, was 20 years old. It was almost 20 years old. So the plastic guide broke. The cam chain tensioner pushed past the plastic guide. The chain then moved over, and with that, we've got bent valves. The head was completely stuffed. He took the bike down. They stripped the motor. The head ended up getting thrown away. The bottom end looks terrible. The barrels are scored, so the casing couldn't be used. And the pistons was in a semi-decent condition.
So basically with his motor blown, he had no head, he had no casing. He was in worse off position than what I was in with my toilet roll holder, where it was just my bottom end. My head was still in a decent condition. And he'd given up on the bike. It's now just a rolling chassis, a frame with clocks, headlights, lights. Basically everything I need. if it wasn't for that bike being broken, none of this would have been able. I would have been able to replace. From my clutch reservoir to my clocks to the clock bracket, the headlights, that all came from Orlando. I even had to replace the foot lever, which is things that were actually replaced while we were at the bike, so that I could actually, while we were buying the bike, so that I could actually ride the bike home. But more so, in the background of all my videos, you actually end up seeing all these spares. I mean, there's a headlight, there's a headlight. Actually, there's 1, 2, 3 headlights, plus the one that's on the bike. That's 4 headlights in here. There's the head from the toilet roll holder. There's another set of brake calipers. There's a crate full of parts. You'll see the rear sets there. That's forks from the toilet roll holder, but we've got more wheels, we've got more fairings, we've got tons and tons of fairings. There's a radiator, a spare 2, I've got 2 radiators, 2 fuel tanks. Yeah, so unfortunately, Orlando had to give up on his dream of fixing the bike. The bike had been standing outside, as you saw, for quite a long time. And with that, I told him, Guy, your chain sprocket is now rusted away. Your loom is corroded. I actually have it here. I think I showed it to you in the 07 video when I was busy deepening the loom. That loom was completely corroded. The copper points is basically white. His bearings obviously will need to be redone. His fuel tank has been standing. It's probably rusted on the inside. There's a lot of stuff that happens with a bike standing still. Your tires just standing, not rotating, will need to be replaced. Your fork seals, your fork oil. So fixing the engine would have cost him a pretty penny, but then to fix the rest of the bike, where there was nothing wrong with it when he parked it, would now then also cost him an arm and a leg just to bring it back up to a reasonable standard. So I could then at least take the parts that I needed to get the 7 running, and the rest of the parts is now just standing here as spares that we can then either sell or use at a later date to fix something else up. And actually, I actually used it to fix up the disaster that got delivered to my door. If it wasn't for all of those spares, I wouldn't have been able to help that guy get his bike started again. So yes, I'd like to say thank you to Orlando, because he's the one that has allowed me to not only fix my bike, but also fix the bike that was delivered to my door. And probably in future, it's going to allow me to buy other CBRs as projects, and while still having enough space to get those bikes running. So thank you, sir. Thank you for all of your help, and thank you for being such a good guy.
But wait, hold on, I've got a surprise for you. Follow me, bro. Hold on. Yeah, man, I'm moving. I've got this old motor here. What is that? Right. This is a surprise, buddy. Ah! Yeah! There we go, buddy.
Yo!
Right.
What is this?
This is a spare motor I had, buddy. This is a 2007 top end with bottom end titanium valves. Yeah, just the nitty gritties that you do have at home. Yeah, man.
Donkey bus. So we're just missing a sump, we're missing a crank, some side covers, the gearbox pistons, but those are all available out of the other motor. So throttles, all of those things we already have. Otherwise, we're good to go. Thank you, Mr. LaRue.
Thank you, Pearl. Thank you. Well done, man.
Winning! So on that note, guys, we've now got a motor for the toilet roll holder. Winning! Orlando, you fool, keeping that secret from me. So he gives me a bike, but doesn't tell me he's got an engine lying in his backyard. Guys, on that note, I'm gonna sign off here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The next video, that engine is going right now to the mechanic. The next video is gonna be the 07, but soon, that video needs that engine needs to come back. We will be fixing the toilet roll holder. Are you excited? I am. Guy, Orlando, you're a genius. You're a winner. Thanks, man. Thanks, guys. See you soon.